Okay, מורה ורבותיי, בוקר טוב צדיקים, good morning. First thing, ברוך הבא to my dear brother that he came from ארץ ישראל, my dear brother רבי דניאל עזר, בנו של הצדיק, רבי משה אהרון פינטו, is my brother. מורה ורבותיי, he's doing a lot of, ממש, a lot of תורה in ארץ ישראל. He goes to all the קברי הצדיקים, he prays for עם ישראל. You see him every night in another place giving שיעורים and תורה, ברוך השם, השם ישמרו וחייהו, אמן כן יהי רצון. מורה ורבותיי, בעזרת השם, like every morning we do the לימוד for the רפואה of רבי מאיר בן הרבנית גילה, מרים בת מסעודה הלוי, מאיר בן רוחמה אביטן, שרביט יהושע בן זלפה, רבקה בת אלסיה, רבי יעקב ישראל בן רחל, רחל בת ימימה פורטנוי, שמחה בת מסעודה, רחל בת סולטנה. מורה ורבותיי, today I'm going to open the shiur with a small story. And this can give us a lot of musar and understanding what is the mitzvah of Kibbud Av Va Em. Kibbud Av Va Em. We know that the parasha of Acharimot, do you know when we read it? When we read it, the parasha of Acharimot, the death of the kids of Aaron HaKohen. When? Yom Kippur. What is the connection, Yom Kippur, to the death of Aaron HaKohen, the sons of Aaron HaKohen? So let me start with the story. This story was like that a man, very wealthy man, he had a unique son, only one boy. And this one boy followed the step of his father, and Baruch Hashem, he became rich too. He got married, he has kids, he went to live in different city, another place, and Baruch Hashem, he has a grandson, the first one, the second one, the third one. It was far away, and the father always was writing letters to his son. Please, I want to see you. I want to see you. I miss you. I miss your kids. I want to see my grandchildren. And of course, the boy is always busy. Always busy. He can't see his father. And the father took the decision. He said, you know what? Since you cannot come to see me, I'm going to come to see you, because it's not normal. I miss my grandchildren, I miss you. And the father went and bought a lot of gifts, and he prepared himself to go to this long trip. And here the father takes the long trip, and he arrives, and he's counting the seconds, the minutes to see his son, his grandchildren. He knocked on the door. It was the middle of the night. The son, he asked, who is there? He said, who is there? It's your father is here. So the son said to his father, Daddy, you have to understand, I already put my pajama. Go to the next hotel, across the street there is an hotel. Please go to this hotel, and tomorrow morning I will see you. The father got hurt. Mamash got hurt. And here it's not about Tunisian or Moroccan or... He got hurt, ממש, he got hurt. מה? Tunisian החלט עלינה, מרוקאי, השם יעזור. So, החלט עלינה, what we do? מה עושים? The father got so hurt, and the father decided that he's not going to that hotel. He goes back home. The morning, the son got regret for what he did, and he says, no way, I did such a mistake. It's my father. He crossed the world to come to see me, to see my kids. And what happened now? I just left him like that, and now what happened? He left. And the father was very, very sad. He left. The son ran to the hotel, he knocks and tells him, your father never checked in. He never came. So, מוריי ורבותיי, רבותינו הקדושים, המגיד מדובנה he brings a mashal to it to understand. He says, when Yom Kippur comes, before Yom Kippur comes, we have ימי התשובה, we have 30 days of תשובה. It's המלך בשדה, the king comes down to the field. He wants everyone to do תשובה, but we are too busy doing things and doing in running to do our business, and we are too busy with the parnasa, etc., etc. So things sometimes don't work like Hashem wants, or even like we want. But what happened? Rosh Hashanah comes, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur comes, we are not, it's a fast, so what we do instead, ועיניתם את נפשותיכם, praying the whole day, make the effort to be there, to show HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to do the last prayers. What do? We're passing our day by sleeping, and what happens? Ne'ilah, we come to the Ne'ilah, כבני מרום, we come to the Ne'ilah, all dressed white, and we think by that Hashem Yitbarach is going to forgive our sins. Or sometimes we forget, we don't even come to the Ne'ilah because we slept the whole day. So at the end, we come, the end of the Tefillah, we are the Tefillah of Arabit Shel Chol, and what happens? The king already left. The king left. Your father already left. So, Rabotai, big lesson. We have to know to take the advantage. You have parents. Give them their respect. You know, Rabotai, I know a person that he cries 3 years. 3 years he cries. For his mother, that he lost his mother, he cries every day. You know why? Because in his life and her life, he didn't do enough Kibbud Av Va Em to her. And he admits. And he cries already 3 years for her. So you know, this is showing you what is the koach. You have parents, you have a mother, you have father, to do everything you can do for them. Anything you can do. Now, Morai v'Rabotai, Shlomo HaMelech Alav HaShalom, he teach us something very important. You know, Rabotai, when a person comes and he learns Torah, when a person learns Torah, it's like he takes a fire and he eats a fire. Now we know that the Satan is made from what? He's made from fire. What can turn off the fire of the Satan? Shlomo HaMelech teaches us Torah. So you fill up your mouth with fire of Torah, like a dragon. You know, when he comes to you, you splash on him all the Torah that you have, and you burn him with the Torah that you know. And Morai v'Rabotai, Shlomo HaMelech, he teaches us something very, very, very important. You know, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he wants to be among us. Beit HaMikdash, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to be v'shachanti betocham. He wants that. But the v'shachanti betocham, when Bnei Israel are doing Torah, mitzvot, when we do the right thing. But when we don't do the right thing, you know where HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to be? On top of the roof. He doesn't want to be among us, Chas v'Shalom. The Shekhinah lives. The Shekhinah doesn't want to be with us. So we have to do our sides, we have to do our effort to do teshuvah, to do maasim tovim. Now, Rabotai, the Gemara in Masechet Eruvim teach us something extraordinary. We know about Beruria. She was the wife of Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes. We know that Beruria, she was extraordinary woman. She was not like all women. Beruria, she was one of the unique women that she put tefillin every day. Beruria was on the unique women that she was in Bet HaMidrash, like all the Avrechim, and she was having machloket with the Avrechim, and the Gemara even says that every time that she has a machloket, a discussion in the Talmud or Halacha, she was a winner. Always she was a winner, always. כל מקום שחלקה, הלכה כמותה. Everything that she had machloket in the Bet HaMidrash, she was right. So you know, Rabotai, the Gemara tells us something extraordinary. One time she comes to Bet HaMidrash, amazing, and she sees one of the Talmidim, you know, he sits like that with his Gemara, I don't know, with his Mishnah, and he learns like that with his eye. You know what she did to him? She came to him and she kicked him in his leg. נתנה לו בעיטה. And she said to him, Ma, you think that to study Torah, you study Torah with your eye? You study Torah with a loud voice. You know, Rabotai, you go to the library, you see 500 people sitting over there, even a fly doesn't move. And if you do noise, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, they kick you out. You know, Rabotai, go open the door of Yeshivat Mir, or Ponovich, or Lakewood. You see 2,000, 3,000, you hear noise. Torah, you cannot learn Torah like that with your eye. No. And not only that, she told Rabbi Elazar, she told him, you learning Torah with your lips, you learning Torah with your eye. Rabotai, she told him, you're going to forget all your Torah. And the Gemara says that after 3 years, he forgot all his Torah, שכח את כל תורתו. Torah, it's not something that you live like that with your eye. You have to understand, Rabotai, and for your memory. Rabotai, everything that you study, if you study only with your eye, you are going to keep it until tonight. Everything that you study with the book, but without voice, you are going to keep it for 2 days. Everything that you study with a voice, you are going to keep it with a month or 2 months. Anything that you study with a voice and you are singing, it will stay forever. Why, in the Talmud, when we learn Talmud with singing. Even the Torah, Parashat Ha'azinu, Shira, Parasha shel Shira. Why Shira? When you sing, you never forget the song. Amazing. So when you learn Torah and you sing, you keep it in your memory. Now we think that every Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, we go, Yom Adin, Yom HaMechila, Yom HaSlicha v'Kapara. No, Rabotai, as I mentioned, the Zohar Kadosh still mentions today that Rabotai, every day our Neshama goes to the Shamayim. When you go and you do Kirat Shema, you sleep, make sure to do Kirat Shema. Make sure to do Kirat Shema. And by doing Kirat Shema like Shlomo HaMelech Alav Hashalom, 1,000 ppot, you can have destroying thousands of Sitra Achra that coming and trying to surround you. Now we do Kirat Shema, you go to sleep. But your Neshama goes to the Shamayim, your Neshama gives Din V'Cheshbon. There is a book that is open. Okay, you did this. So the Neshama says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ribono shel Olam, enough, more sins than mitzvot. I don't want to come back to this world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he has argument within, until you wake up, there is a big argument over there. If you come back, we don't come back. So it's not just I woke up, you open your eye, Modeh ani lefanecha, or Moda ani lefanecha. It's not obvious. זה לא דבר פשוט. לקום, ללכת לישון ולקום, זה לא דבר פשוט. הנשמה עובדת שם בבית דין של מעלה. The נשמה stays there over there in בית דין של מעלה. And the נשמה doesn't want to come back, והקדוש ברוך הוא מכריח אותה לרדת, ואומר, היה מייעשה תשובה. הקדוש ברוך הוא is begging this neshama to come back to this world that maybe, no, today your big day of teshuvah will come. So, Moreover, Rabotai, for us to do teshuvah, it is a great thing, but there is one key, the most important to do teshuvah, it's to be humble. Look at all our biggest leaders, כל המנהיגים הגדולים של עם ישראל, הכוח שלהם זה היה בענווה שלהם. Their power was in their humbleness. It was mamash humbleness. And this is what we say, הגאווה, if a person he has a גאווה, ראש שלו למעלה, וישמן ישורון ויבעט. When you, who are you, who you are, you know who I am. מה אתה? נו יאללה, מה אתה? טיפה, היום אתה פה מחר בקבר, נו. Today you have 20 people guarding you. Tomorrow you are in the kever, you're in the tomb, and nobody guards you. Only מלאכי חבלה guards you. You know what זה חבלה? מלאכי חבלה, it is the angels of Trecha, exactly. So מוריי ורבותיי, Hashem הלך גאות לבש גאווה, belong only to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not to us. And no, אני. We use the most word, אני, me. רבותיי, forget about me. Say Hashem, אתה. יהי רצון גודי רבותיי בהצלחה. אמן. כן יהי רצון.